You've got 2 empty halves of coconut and you're banging them together. We have a knight who say, "Knee."
Hello and welcome back to the Knights of Knee. I'm Jordan, and today we're looking at my finished 60-man Men At Arms unit. And this is, I would say, a good half of it is JW's original plastic. And I got these from a gentleman getting out of the game. And then the other half are either unbuilt kits that I had laying around still, or I think some of them were even recast. And you're not going to be able to tell the difference. Whoever did these recasts, wherever the person I got these from got them from, they're great. They're not like white plastic. They were cast in resin, so it was essentially the same kits. But let's talk a little bit about the gameplay of them. I've only played with them a couple times now, and I find that even though they get the horde formation for the extra rank of attacks, they're still not the greatest, but they could definitely beat some lower tier units in the game. But they need character support or spell support to really excel. They're really just there for a big chunk of denial, or I like to use them to go after opponents' monsters. Just that steadfast with some knights nearby or a character in the unit versus a monster is great. I mean, they're cheap. They do what they're supposed to do. The paint scheme is a little bit different than everything else I've done, and part of that is because some of the pieces I got from somebody else had blue and white as the clothing, and I was going to paint over it and prime over it, and then I decided, I'm playing Crusaders, and their theme is mostly all-encompassing. They have so many different types of people and cultures in their little area that I decided to keep it, because I think it would be neat to have some different peasantry kind of clothing mixed in with my stuff, because they still have a Crusaders banner, and they still have the black and red shield motifs and designs. And I tried something new on this one. I wanted to kind of add some weathering to the shields, as if the paint was wearing off the wood, and I just botched it up. It was a terrible job, and I'm not happy with it at all. I got to do a lot more research, and I decided that I would rather have these finished on the table than have them sitting on a shelf for another month waiting for me to come back to the shields. So I just went through and did light scrapes here and there, some botching here and there, and then I just clear coated them like I like to do, and kind of sticks with my theme of how I paint things is paint things to the best of your ability if you can. If you have the time, sometimes it's better just do tabletop and come back later, but paint things to the best of your ability and clear coat them, and that's it. That's your models. And I'll put up some stuff from things I've done in the past too. Most of them are 40K based, but we'll do a video where you see how I've changed in the years. And I think it's important. You can repaint all your stuff all the time, but I would rather see people's armies completely painted, even if they're in varying degrees, than just keep repainting one unit because you're not happy. And I think it's just such a nice thing to look at and see how you've progressed, and just know that you're getting better. Especially if you're trying to. If you're trying to improve your techniques or improve blending or whatever you're doing. In this case, for me, this rust is so much better than things I did when I was a kid. And just even shades, just applying washes and shades to your models is an excellent way to improve how they look. And then if you wanted to go even further and do a layer or dry brush, that really adds to it and helps a lot. But enough about the paint theory. But this is the unit. It's 60 Men At Arms. We got their halberds as unit leader and a musician and a banner in there. It's very important to take full commands in fantasy. If you guys have any questions, just put them in the description below, and I'll get to them when I can.